future, I feel that they also fell under the level 5 as unpredictable. I've seen lots of advancements in Toyota over the years. I've gone from driving a PT Cruiser to a Camry to a Prius, but I also have driven in newer vehicles. I drove a 2007 Camry for a long time, and my grandmother currently owns a 2019 Camry, and just seeing the advancements and just the changes that they make are very intriguing, very different. And as a consumer, you don't always expect that. You don't know, okay, are you going to keep just adjusting the initial design to constantly make it better? Or are you really going to bring something new to the table as a firm to bring in the consumer, to bring in the business, and keep your firm ahead of the competition? The last category here under environmental turbulence is instability. And instability, I feel like they're very low in repetitive. They do, like many automobile industries, they remake the same vehicle model, but they do make adjustments to that model's design. So I say a level 1 here, although again, they have a high rapidity to change. So even though they're repetitive in the same design, just as most industries, again, it's kind of a flop on which way you want to look at it, because you could say that because of their adjustments and their changes and their new technology, that it's much higher. It's much more changing than it is repetitive or staying still. So I feel that one is kind of just based off opinion or bias towards what part of the firm, what part of their development you really look at. Now, looking at environmental. All right, strategic aggressiveness. Now, my table here, again, you have your 5 levels and then your different categories. Under description, I felt that Toyota is absolutely creative. I've seen a lot of very cool inventions coming from in the newer Priuses. They have the lower pocket area under the gear shifter, where you can keep more storage and really just take advantage of the space in the vehicle rather than having some big bulky system right in the middle of the front. And then the next category here, degree of change. I felt that they're incremental fast. I don't think that they're super rapid in their adjustments and their changes, but I do feel that they really are working to keep at the rate that they need to really keep ahead and keep their firm standing strong. And so I would say that makes them faster than some of the competition in the change category. Next is timeliness, and I feel again we're looking at more of a level 3 where they're comparable to competition, because again in the automobile industry you're looking at a lot of similar automobile setups. The difference that you're looking at is more of, okay, what does this firm do that firm doesn't? But again, you're looking at the same vehicle models, the same kind of transportation. It all just depends on how the specific firm really takes advantage of the technology and the development of the vehicle itself and advancing it to really bring in the consumer. Lastly, here is the mindset or database. And again, here we're looking at more of a level 5, more of a creativity area of mindset, which is very necessary. It's very important. It's where firms should be. really looking to come up with new ideas and new developments to have the firm strive and bring in the advancements they need. All right, moving on to capability responsiveness. Now I have a few slides for these, so I'll go ahead and make each individual discussion for each table here. So on our first table here, responsiveness levels, we look at success mindset, which I felt was definitely a 5. Creative innovation, very innovative, very advanceful, always looking to move forward in the industry rather than being at a sit still or actually decreasing their advancement or just being too slow. If the firm becomes too slow, they really lose a lot to the competition by doing that. Next, we have problem solving. I feel like they optimize results. I don't know so much that they really find opportunities or create opportunities to solve problems. I'm sure they do. However, I feel as the consumer and also as the view of a senior executive that they really optimize results. So when there is a problem found, they immediately respond. They immediately send out a notice. They immediately provide the service to fix said problem and respond to it quickly, get it handled quickly, and that's the most direct awareness of their problem solving that I've seen in the firm itself. And so the next category here of time perspective, I feel that they have more of a predicted future. With automobile industry, you can't really be too quick. If you're too quick in your advancement, you can really risk problems and safety issues with the firm. So I feel that they're more of a predicted future. So you see, all right, here's our lineup. Here's what we're looking at adjusting. Here's what our time frame probably is going to be for that. Rather than being like, all right, let's see, what we can do. How can we advance it? How can we get it done quick? How can we get to the next thing? Because that's how you can find issues, is if you're not taking the time to really develop things properly. And lastly here, acceptance of risk and ambiguity. I feel they are prefer novel, again a level 5. I feel that they really do accept the risk as a firm and the ambiguity. They are willing to really take the necessary steps to do the development to advance, to really change the automobiles and the firm itself. Continuing with capability responsiveness, our next chart here looks at culture model of success, which is innovate. Although they are very directly a creative firm, from what I see from my research and personal opinion. They are a creative firm. However, I feel like in this case, innovation is really a strong suit for them to be viewed as because automobile industries are constant innovators. They really look to bring in new ideas, to transform old ideas, to make them better, to advance, but not just in coming up with new ideas, but really taking the time when they get ideas to implement them and find success in them. And then the second thing here, we have power center, and I felt that fell under a level 5 as a research and development. Automobile industries are always doing research and development. It's very important that they're making sure that old automobiles don't have problems, that new automobiles are fixing problems and not having any occur, because that's liability, that's possible lives. And so in any automobile industry, I feel that research and development is one of the top top positions, power positions for the firm. In our last section here of capability responsiveness, we look at information, which I feel falls under a level 3 as a extrapolate into future. They really want to optimize what they're doing with their firm, and so by doing that, they're launching themselves forward into that future potential without just trying to predict it. A lot of times in automobile industries, I feel that if the future is predicted, there's not as much room for creativity and innovation and change for the firm that's needed to keep the firm successful, to keep the customers interested. And the second thing here is management system, which is I feel strategic management, or finding opportunities. Really being strategic. Any firm really needs to make sure they're being strategic in their structure, in their response. And specifically, Toyota really does do their best to keep a strategic system put in place, such as, like I had mentioned earlier, taking the time to immediately respond to a problem, sending out a notice, getting the customer aware of the problem, and then fixing the problem. Again, strategic method put together to respond and have a solution as soon as possible for the consumer and for the firm itself, because it keeps back from liability if they respond immediately with the strategic system set up.